If you want to start a company, this book, Zero to One, is a must read. It's the best book I've ever read. I've read this book 5 times while I was in college, before starting my company, while I was running my company, right after selling my company, and just again this year. So what I'm going to do is run through the 5 biggest lessons, the most important things that I learned by reading this book. So the first big lesson I learned in Zero to One is, as a business owner, you want to be a monopoly. You don't want to work in a competitive industry. In competitive industries like airlines or restaurants, there's tons of airlines, there's tons of restaurants. Every one, they try to act a little bit different, but there's so much competition, so profit margins get driven down. You want to do something completely new and go from 0 to 1, and that's how you build a big business. The second thing I learned in Zero to One is you want to start with a niche. You want to start with a small market and absolutely dominate it. Amazon started out selling books. Facebook started as a social network for Harvard students. You want to start with one market you can absolutely dominate before you start to expand. So in the case of PayPal, Peter Thiel's company, he started with eBay sellers, right? He made the experience of selling a product on eBay 10x better because you could get your money online as opposed to getting a physical check. The third thing I learned in Zero to One is marketing is as important as the product, if not more important, right? If you build a great product, people are not magically going to buy it. You still have to get your product in the hands of customers who are actually going to pay for it. So as a founder, you need to be focused on marketing, sales, distribution early on. It's not enough to have a great product. You also have to be able to sell it. The fourth thing I learned is pretty obvious, but you need a strong founding team. You need to get great employees. Like, even if you're super hardworking, there's only 24 hours in a day. So you need to surround yourself with great people who are all aligned on the mission of the company. You can't do everything yourself, and you need to recruit and attract top talent. The fifth thing I learned is to make a great company and to actually get people to switch over and start trying your service, you need to make some experience 10 times better for them. So in the case of Amazon, right? Amazon made it 10x easier to buy things online, which is why we all started using Amazon. If you make something only slightly better or incrementally improve it, you're not really going to get noticed and people aren't going to care about your product.